sector. I'm here with some corruption, government corruption.
Yes.
That's what we're considering on today's live. It's a government official corrupted. The access granted by an instance that give them power to authorize and all of that. And these are the things that such countries with to bring it down to the general public, whole community, or a whole state. The corruption of Ghana from affect maybe South Africa because they are all corruption has affected you as a person.
It's obvious. Like, should I see? And everyone of
that was just a joke anyway.
Because I feel even from the potholes, it's corruption because so we no longer have trust in them anymore. So they are really like they are together.
Because corruption has affected me. Yes, I am.
He's very
jealous people.
Go ahead.
In so many we are enjoying how they have been care, how they enjoy good roads. Enjoy these things, not just because I'm a Nigerian. Beneficial to me, I'm supposed to benefit for him and his family, or the one person has decided, city is a healthcare system where you have to struggle, to get that you will pay to get the best, and we still struggle to fight malaria. They're talking about bringing in, investing in country. I'm in the country and I'm exposed to mosquitoes. I calculate and I even imagine the potholes I'm going to meet on the route of so many things, of even your work, because if one at the end of the day you don't get it, because and that will affect home. There is no light because some group of people or electricity, and we even have idle electricity which should be sold a lot in other countries. You start planning too. Okay, sometimes it's frustrating. This is the things that are supposed to people. It's more like a rule now leading us. We still have people that in primary schools we more like historic people, but now we still see them in the 50s or 60s, but they are still in the 2000s. I bet were focused and they were promised to occupy. So corruption has affected. These are just few ways. He will tell you these are the ways that corruption has affected him.
Are you?
Yes, I am discouraging, but I'm still hopeful. I just have to sit down and see what can I do. Yes, the leaders have, like we always in every of our show, it's important. That's why we all flush them out and have people who have the mind to.
The capabilities of not being corrupt,
The fact that you have that tendency doesn't mean you can't walk to.
I think it's even by age that corruption will be necessarily mean it is an end to corruption, because those younger people have to look up to them, and before going in, those leaders that as the younger person that you are going, you have to be in, because definitely someone sponsored you to be there. And don't forget that these people system, there's a different, and before you fight corruption you have to know this is your life for it, in fighting for the good cause.
How can you how is that possible?
Except
because if I see corruption in Nigeria, of course, infiltrated into trying to sell it for you 500 naira, the institution to you. Children are told one of these things where you go through, but you are here and I'm here patronizing you. I think it's something every aspect of our daily endeavor in corruption. There is hardly petrol, but how are you even sure? Lubricants for your car, you're not even sure. As well, when you pour it, you use it because our oil has expired. So everything you talked about is louder in some places more than it is in the other places. Doing this, my government is doing that. There's none. The American Europe that you see is taxpayers' money. And tell him this, because the money he's using to run the state is from your pocket. That the president of America is handed for the food that he eats as the president of America. His family, even if people visit them, and at the end of that house does not belong to the government. It belongs to, their governments try the only part where we can say, and they know that if they don't use it.
You brought that instance. Other countries, people that pay their tax, monies are self. The other day we reported about the scheme situation.
People's money.
And these are pensioners, you know. Then we have
of these cases, they are quiet.
They are quiet.
That's the problem. I call it a problem is because, well, the leader, just like you said, even if young people are being given the opportunity, thing you do, you still have to go back and pay. We're having already situation. Why? It's something that will baffle.
Nigerians have this mentality where they find themselves, they want to eat.
It's like a target. I don't know how long I'll be here. She said her husband was removed from the police station to the... People feel if I'm not here...
Do you know that's why most people are willing to work on you till you leave office, and when they leave before they leave office, they will have that mentality that yes, everybody is corrupt, people can't be the only good one. We have so many situations of this where in power, another office, different office, you too, they said if you can't beat them, you join them. So let me just join them. You don't know that somebody's wife is even dying because waiting for, can't even afford it, it's even affecting me. Or is it the fuel, the petrol afford it, because today we are talking fuel subsidy, tomorrow we are saying hike in lots of people. That even you that is today you think deep down or down up whatsoever.
And it's quite sad because it's when it's your responsibility. So these are things like we need to really it's happening because when you get to look at the store, everywhere like it's eating deep. There is strike. ASU has been on strike. Students will spend spoil so that the government will know that we are hurt.
Later in the show, we'll be able to take some to that. Meanwhile, thank you for watching by a situation that was caused by corruption. Yours should not be health sector. Be thinking while she's talking.
They don't have the facilities that is needed.
Dangerous.
It's more dangerous to my health. So I needed to be transferred to was given to our corruption. Things were not failure already was setting, and then you spent, and the side effect now was, or will I say the effect now was high.
The issue of health in Nigeria, what's it called? Being treated for typhoid and malaria. So why don't we check? We did, and we found out his health. And there are several times that you go to the hospital, but they may not have medication, maybe to just kill the pain, but the disease system.
Yes.
Somebody will just, why would you do it like that? Please don't, even not because I'm Birom, I wouldn't have the issue by the side. And they'll start, and then they'll start following one after. Until we come to a compromise, like if a patient is not cured, how did we get into this? Will not teach well because they are not paid well. Different levels. And each level of corruption you came to, but we were told we can't get, it's supposed to be 4 hours Friday, that they are waiting for other people with the same 1,000 naira. And I was like, what? Not called till today to say the problem of that patient so we can treat it. So that patient is still in the system in a government hospital. The same thing in the
accepted that
as a system.
When we're mentioning about the said COVID treatment was supposed to be free. But for whether it's a test or an injection, we need to pay that it's free. What is free then? There's nothing that is free.
Well, for me personally, I had applied for it, it's more like a dream. Took it upon myself to, I'm a graduate. I have this. I went to Abuja, I met with with whoever is representing you to really talk. So it's happening. Why is it that it's hard for you to get this job? I said it was more like, okay, I've been taken. You see, that's corruption. Why would you me there was a stack of, what is it called? These are the people that are going to be employed to tell him no one is qualified from my own region. First of all, we were insulted as illiterates, as this job creation. And this person is close, anybody that can stand for you. Like, honest, nobody standing
for you.
And he asked of my uncle, minister in federal character. I'm talking to you.
Not my uncle,
not even I should have the job. If I properly apply next time, I'm not even talking about this. Send me that period because I never got it and I left. I was disappointed. And even it's more like your
corruption skills. See, in school, why would I go take the test? Well, I just want to graduate. The system is changing the path. You are qualified. That means you can do that is not qualified. And that is why of mine. that made a mistake. The doctor ran away. Till today he's not found. And that his father will not tribe as us. A whole lot to an individual.
Some issues of nepotism. You heard about these passports. My sister wanted to get that you have to pay if you want it urgent. There's a certain price you pay. Then they will tell you, said, but there's no paper. How do you want to print that? No, that there are paper. When you get it, we don't know when you get. You see, there's corruption in that system. What is
something supposed to be known as a Nigerian? If I don't have a Nigerian, let me do a 32. You know, they have to the passport office. So I called Injola. So I called somebody in Abuja. She said, sir. I said, no. Because you know, they even immigration that does passport. Immigration. It's not an immigration. I think it was 25,000 naira extra to pay. And I got to Abuja and I gave her all the things. She said, how far? The date of birth on your old passport is different from even a printer there. I was told that it will come.
Yes.
He couldn't pick. So I called someone at the National Assembly. Let me drive back to their office. Before I got to their office, it was these things. I got so tired to get. There was a time I was going to... at the embassy in Nigeria, they told me that I would have to pay in the country where I'm going to. I would use that to treat myself. So I paid. The money was about, I think it was anything. The government of that country sent that money. I don't know. Sorry, I spoke outside on show. From your country. Held it back to your country and you didn't need to my account. Who would do that in Nigeria? From any country. International airports, they don't care. I drop the, you're carrying luggage, you drop it for them to check.
Most people now, when they are caught with and all, do you know what the call was?
I said, I'm just coming, I don't have naira or gas. I was looking at it, I said, sir, I'll check my bag, there's nothing in my. He said, I brought COVID, come to Nigeria. The guy who brought Ebola, the then government handled it well. And we did it. The first time I went for visa interview to go to the US. Hold on. I said, yeah. She said, this is not a gift, it's a guarantee. I thought she would say, give something. She said, in the US, that will determine whether you can enter the US. The pass coming back immediately, just come to the airport and pick me. The man could not speak English. They were looking wretched. I don't care about his money. He shouldn't enter my country. Do the wrong things because everybody's doing it. If we check, it's not only people in government. Tendencies can erupt from the system. It can erupt from anywhere. It's a problem for you. So you have to go at any point. Then you are forced. Nigerians
we are not even in the same state with them. They will hire a boss to things from people that are in different positions. For example, they about your campaigns, what you want to do, but when you get in the position, I say, but you put it in your agenda when you are campaighning.
Now, the question is, fine, you are not doing what happens to the people who make what do you do about them? So you see, in one
that's what's happening.
And Nigeria, they already get to Nigeria in a way that every other person in different ways, so that they can settle. They already have the mentality. You realize to bury the share and she will even cheat you. No, this is you change but they would sell the old stock, claiming that it is
about corruption.
I think
government corruption.
And raising my voice, I have to see what can I do personally. It will go around wherever I find myself. I should enable that I don't.
Wherever, like we said, wherever it is, it's coming into power. Should look at all these agencies. That corruption, it should be shown or it should be noticeable in all, while the agencies that you put on track or you put in charge government. But you can touch the people that are representing. You can. We should go with the mentality that yes, we are entrusted at the rate that we are going in. I don't know what will take you one lead or the other. They are corrupt like this, that you yourself, at the end of the day, we've been seeing COVID-19 certificate where people in Nigeria, she was cleared from Nigeria to travel, but when she got there, she see me for so many things, and they're saying, okay, I don't have a certificate, go back to your country. Then see one Chinese person, Japanese, and the rest. I be one.
We have some comments on Facebook. That's from Manasseh Shedrack. And we have Nanpon. I think that's all the comments. The situation, if you have been affected by what we have said on the show, let us know. Corruption is terrible, and it leads to corruption as it affects people. Debt personally and all of that. Corruption is something else. Corruption is found in the government. What is the reason why I want to be corrupt? Weigh the options and you see, is it worth it to do this? And we thank all Equa Television supporters and are still giving. God bless you. And Joyce Iakwari, Celeste, was here at Equa Television. We are saying thank you and God